Here's what I'm seeing, too. It is depressing. That courtroom is depressing.
It's not often we say that Donald Trump is doing something clever. And maybe this isn't clever if it backfires. But in order to circumvent the gag order that Trump has on him, in which he is not allowed to attack witnesses and court personnel and the whole thing, even though he does it anyway, and then just gets fined $1,000 each time he does it. Go figure. So he kind of is allowed to do it. But at least in theory, he's not allowed to do it. And in theory, he's been threatened with jail if he does it again. He now regularly brings different lapdogs to his trial in order to do the attacking for him. The lapdogs are not particularly effective. For example, J.D. Vance was one of those lapdogs yesterday, a Republican senator. Senator Tommy Tuberville was another one of them. So they are just showing up and saying the things Trump would like to be saying. I don't know how specifically Trump is coordinating it or just kind of saying, hey, give him hell, JD. Here is J.D. Vance attacking the judge's daughter. What is wrong with these people? And prosecutors as well. And there's an argument to be made that this is effectively a circumvention of the gag order.
Judge inside, his daughter is making millions of dollars running against Donald Trump, raising money for Donald Trump's political opponents. The number 3 person in the Department of Justice, Biden's Department of Justice, left to become a local prosecutor to go after Donald Trump. And of course, there's Alvin Bragg, a Soros-funded prosecutor who promised to go after Donald Trump and now is doing exactly that. Now,
so these are the things Trump would like to be saying. This stuff almost seems verbatim, like the sort of things that Donald Trump would say. He's not supposed to because of the gag order. And this is his latest way of getting around it. The first way was just to say it anyway and start getting dinged $1,000 each time. The judge has now threatened him multiple times with jail. To the extent Trump is taking it seriously, now he's getting J.D. Vance to do it. Similarly, he brought Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville. And Tommy Tuberville says that what's being done to Trump is just completely unfair. It's depressing. It's just terrible. None of it should be allowed. Again, it just really sounds like Trump.
Respect. Here's what I'm seeing, too. It is depressing. That courtroom is depressing. This is New York City, the icon of our country. And we got a courtroom that's the most depressing thing I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Mental anguish is trying to be pushed on the Republican candidate for the President of the United States this year.
What is a courtroom supposed to be like? Now, I'm the first to admit, when I've had jury duty, some of these courtrooms, they're these old buildings. Who the hell knows if there's still asbestos everywhere? I mean, the lighting is not exactly thought out by a lighting expert that works with architects. It is, in a sense, depressing. That's not untrue. But since when are we, it's the very same people that when you say, hey, we're a little concerned about the state of some of our prisons, they're like really not good. Well, these are criminals. What do you want them to be in a 5-star hotel? Are courts also supposed to be like 5-star hotels? I mean, the things that they whine about and the temperature and the lighting, and it's depressing and Trump has to sit there. And then maybe funniest of all so far, as far as statements from lapdogs, Tommy Tuberville says he's upset that in the courtroom, rather than referring to him as former President Trump, they're saying Mr. Trump, which is completely standard in courts of law. But Tommy Tuberville doesn't like it. Trump's not getting the deference that he deserves.
First of all, I'm disappointed in the courtroom. I'm hearing Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump. He is former President Trump. Give him some respect. I mean, that's what that place is in there. It's no respect. Here's what I'm seeing, too. It is depressing. That courtroom is depressing. This is New York City.
All right, so this is the part we heard, and then we'll skip forward a little bit, and then there's more.
Supposedly American citizens in that courtroom, that the DA comes in and he acts like it is his Super Bowl. And I guess it is, to be noticed. But that's what's happening in this country. The Republican candidate for President of the United States is going through mental anguish in a courtroom that's very depressing.
Yeah. Trump is anguished. Maybe he should have considered that when engaging in the activities that are allegedly crimes. And of course, the whole point of a courtroom is that you are a human being judged by a jury of your peers. You are Mr. This or Ms. That or whatever. And the big gripe from Tommy Tuberville that they're not respecting Trump. He's former President Trump. Well, now he is there to be judged by a jury of his peers. We are all just Mr. and I don't know, is it Mrs. or Ms. or Miss? I'm not sure in courtrooms what the designation is for women. But this actually makes perfect sense. And they just whine about everything. So is this strategy going to work? The strategy of Trump bringing the attack dogs. They treated him like a dog, bringing the attack dogs to say the things he's not allowed to say, thanks to the gag order. Will the judge allow it? I have no idea. But to be honest, I'm getting sick of this trial, and it's trial number 1, thanks to all the hijinks. It's going to be a long next year or 2 or however long it takes to adjudicate all this stuff. But reports from inside the courtroom are that after Tommy Tuberville and J.D. Vance did their dog and pony show outside, inside they were very bored. J.D. Vance reportedly on his phone essentially the entire time. Tuberville sitting completely motionless and seeming completely disengaged from the subject matter. So it's all performative in this sense. And maybe the worst performance of the day, trying to respond to Michael Cohen's testimony, was that of Eric Trump. And I want to talk about that next. It is time to start thinking like voters and to make sure that kids understand the importance of voting, how it works, registering, ballot initiatives, because so many kids just have no idea. That's why I wrote the new children's book, Think Like a Voter. I can think of no better time and no more important group of folks to try to reach. The book is now available at davidpakman.com/book, where, by the way, you can get the first 2 books in the series as well. Think Like a Detective and Think Like a Scientist. Really important stuff. Donate them to local libraries, classrooms, read them with the kids. davidpakman.com/book.